Through 10 rounds, the Mariners have drafted 10 college players. On day 2, they picked up a highly touted catcher, a side-arming reliever and a two-way standout born and raised in Japan, who's also eligible in the Nippon Pro Baseball draft. The Mariners stayed consistent to one aspect on day 2 of the Major League Baseball draft: college players. Seattle made 8 picks and all came from the college level, to go with the 2 college players selected in the first 2 rounds of the draft. "We stayed with our core values and getting some impact and some upside players as well," said Scott Hunter, the Mariners' director of amateur scouting. "We aren't trying to be risk-adverse. And it wasn't a plan going in with all the college players. But we had quite a few different plays going on. We were trying to work some magic with some high school players on the first day and early day 2. With the way this year worked, it was really crazy with Tampa Bay and Kansas City and one other team that had multiple picks. It was hard to lock in those high school guys that we targeted because they were coming off the board faster than we expected. We're trying to mix and match and adjust on the fly." Seattle took 4 pitchers, 2 starters and 2 relievers, 2 catchers, an outfielder and infielder in the 8 picks. "Catching was something we did want to target a little bit," Hunter said. 3rd round, Cal Raleigh, C, Florida State bats, both pros, right height, 6'3", weight, 225, hometown, Cullowhee, NC. 3rd round, 90th overall, Raleigh, 21, hit .326, 75 for 230 with 44 runs, 18 doubles, a triple, 13 home. Raleigh led his club in batting, hits, RBI and slugging percentage. He was named first-team All-ACC. He was considered the No. college catching prospect available in the draft by Baseball America. From Baseball America's scouting report on Raleigh, the thick-bodied switch hitter slugged 10 homers and was a BA freshman All-American that season, but he slipped considerably his sophomore year, batting just .227 and struggling at times defensively. Now in his 3rd season, Raleigh has seemingly rebounded at the plate, with 9 homers and a .313, .446, .534 line through 176 at-bats. Raleigh has above-average raw power, but his struggles as a sophomore and his lack of track record with a wood bat leave some scouts skeptical he'll be able to consistently tap into it. Raleigh is an average receiver with an average throwing arm. He projects to stick behind the plate at the next level, but his value is primarily tied to his power potential. While his stock isn't as high as it was in 2016, Raleigh's strong junior season has restored at least some of the confidence in his offensive skill set. Hunter on Raleigh: "It's a small world. His uncle and I played together in AA in Binghamton, New York. He's the son of a coach and a 3-year starter at Florida State. He's got power from both sides. He walks more than he strikes out. He controls the zone, which is a very big value we look for and something we preach and teach at our minor league level. He's a catcher that is going to play a long time. Now if he becomes an everyday guy because of his skill set, great. I got a lot of text messages from scouts around the game that said, 'Wow, that guy is going to play a long time.' I think some people were disappointed behind us that we were able to go up and get him in the 3rd round. 4th round, Michael Plassmeyer, LHP, University of Missouri bats, L, throws, L height, 6'2", weight, 197, hometown, St. Louis, Mo. 4th round, 118th overall. Plassmeyer, 21, went 5-4 with a 3.05 ERA, 31 ER, 91.1 IP, with 103 strikeouts and 17 walks in 14 starts with the Tigers during his junior season in 2018. He recorded 2 complete games this season, including 1 shutout. Over 3 seasons with Missouri, he has posted a 5.69 strikeout-to-walk ratio, 199 K, 35 BB. He's a pitchability lefty that seems to profile similar to current Mariners starter Marco Gonzalez. From the Baseball America scouting report, Plasmeyer is a back-of-the-rotation starter who has earned notice as a useful draftee because of his reliability and plus control. Plasmeyer gained a tick to his fastball this year, although he still sits at a modest 86 to 90 miles per hour, although he'll now bump 92 early in outings. He's also improved his slider this year, refining it into an average offering. His changeup is a below-average pitch at this point. Plasmeyer went 5-4, 3.05 during Missouri's regular season, with 103 strikeouts in 93 innings. Hunter on Plasmeyer, he's a cold-weather kid that pitched his butt off in the SEC. We had 3 or 4 supervisors see him along the way. He's a strike thrower with a 3-pitch mix, and he's actually kind of connected to our bullpen coach Brian DeLunas, who has a pitching lab out in the Missouri area. DeLunas came in and said, "That Plasmeyer, he's an athlete, and I think there's 2 to 3 more miles per hour in his fastball. He's 88 to 92 miles per hour right now. Misses bats and throws a ton of strikes, and he's been a winner at Missouri." 5th round, Nolan Hoffman, RHP, Texas A. Hoffman led the SEC in appearances this season, while also ranking second in saves. The 6'4", 190-pound right-hander was selected as one of 20 finalists for the 2018 Pitcher of the Year award presented by the College Baseball Foundation in May. Hoffman's 14 saves this season equaled the Aggies' single-season record. Also, Jason Jester, 2013. He's not a power reliever, instead he relies on a sidearm delivery and sinking movement on his fastball that touches 93 miles per hour on his best days. From Baseball America, Hoffman is a true sidearm reliever who has enough fastball, 88 to 93 miles per hour, to make life difficult for same-side hitters. But in pro ball he's going to have to figure out how to master either a changeup or a sweepy slurve. Right now he relies almost entirely on that fastball, but he can work his fastball to arm side or glove side, so hitters can't get comfortable leaning out over the plate. Hunter on Hoffman, one of my intriguing picks of the day. This was really a team effort from our scouts and our analytics department. He was a kid that was traditionally a high 3/4 arm slot. This year, he decided to drop down a little bit in his throwing from a low 3/4 slot, and his velocity increased to the low to mid-90s at times. He has a ground ball rate quite similar to Wyatt Mills last year. This kid has really impressed our scouts, but also our analytics department with all the different TrackMan data. He has the ability to miss bats and get ground balls. He's more of a situational specialist in the Pat Nesheks of the world. He could be a guy that if he goes out early and performs, he could be a fast mover in our system as well. Maybe even have some major league impact if all goes well. Here's video of Hoffman. 6th round, Joey O'Brien, RHP, Southern Nevada Bats, R, throws, R height, 6'2", weight, 205 hometown, Okinawa, Japan 6th round, 178th overall O'Brien, 20, went 6-4 with a 2.61 ERA, 15 ER, 51.2 IP, with. He has an interesting backstory. His father, John, served in the Marines and was stationed on a military base in Japan. He married a Japanese woman and stayed there. Joey O'Brien was born and raised in Okinawa, graduating high school there and came to the U.S. to play collegiately. He was a two-way standout out in college, but the Mariners list him as a pitcher. He has a fastball that can touch 96 miles per hour. He's committed to Hawaii and is also eligible for the Nippon Professional Baseball Draft as well. Hunter on O'Brien, we had a workout right before I came to Seattle for draft preparation in Peoria. And he was one of the kids that impressed. He's got a 3-pitch mix. He's got a delivery that is kind of similar to Asashi Iwakuma. I think Iwakuma is one of his idols because in the Mariners minor league complex and he was standing to the Ichiro and Iwakuma photos and taking a lot of pics. It was quite exciting to see him get the experience of being at our spring training complex, but also when I called him today, he was quite excited. He's a guy that sits in the low 90s but can touch 95 and has a split-finger fastball that gets a lot of swings and misses. 7th round, Jake Ankia, C, Nova Southeastern University bats, R, throws, R height, 6'1", weight, 210 hometown, Miami Lakes, FL 7th round, 200. He was selected third-team All-America by the National Collegiate Baseball Writers Association following his recently completed junior season. He was named D2CCA second-team All-Region following his sophomore season in 2017 in which he hit .326, 58 for 178, with 17 home runs and 55 RBI. Hunter Ankia, very intriguing kid from Dan Rivetto, who is one of our better scouts and helped us LSAT year get Tommy Romero, who we just traded. This is a kid that has big power. I believe one of our scouts in the room said he has over 40 home runs in his career. They showed me some YouTube video where they called him the home run king of D2 baseball. I can't express enough how much our organization has embraced not only our pure scouting looks, but also our analytics look. Sometimes in this day and age, you get the old-time scouts that are anti-analytics and the analytics guys that aren't for the old-time scouts. Our organization has done a great job of balancing both. Jake was a kid kind of popped on our scout looks but also really supported on our analytics in regards to his catching metrics that we have from the Cape Cod League and his power and exit velocities as well as some of his cognitive testing that we do in some of our filters with our advanced eye tests. He scored really high. He's a kid that we are kind of excited about. He's a great addition. Here's Ankia hitting in the Cape Cod League Home Run Derby 8th round. Joey Gerber, RHP, University of Illinois bets, R, throws, R height, 6'4", weight, 215 hometown, Maple Grove, MN 8th round, 238th overall. Gerber, 21, went 1-1 with 4. He was named third-team All-Big Ten as a relief pitcher. The 6'4", 215-pound right-hander was also named to the 2018 Stopper of the Year mid-season watch list. He has a fastball that has topped out at 96 miles per hour and a slider that he'll use to offset it. He's been a reliever his entire college career. Gerber successfully converted 14 of 14 save opportunities this season, including 8 saves during Big Ten action. His 14 saves are tied with Tyler J. for the Illinois single-season program record. Hunter on Gerber, he's up to 97 miles per hour. He's a power arm reliever, another one that misses bats, throws hard and is very aggressive coming out of the bullpen. Tom McNamara, our former scouting director, actually high-fived me on this pick and said, "That's a quick to the big leagues guy that we got." Mac's history is that he likes those big hard-throwing arms, so that made me feel good when we took him. We got the right guy. 9th round, Keegan McGovern, of University of Georgia bats, L, throws, R height, 6'2", weight, 220 hometown, Willacoochee, gone 9th round, 268th overall. McGovern, 22, hit .319, 69 times 216, with 68 runs, 14 doubles, 1 triple, 18 home runs, 50 RBI, 37 walks, a .431 on-base percentage and a .644 slugging percentage in 58 games with the Bulldogs during his senior season in 2018. McGovern earned numerous accolades this season: third-team All-America, Baseball America, first-team All-SEC and SEC Baseball Scholar Athlete of the Year. He led the SEC in runs while also ranking 4th in slugging, T4th in home runs, 5th in total bases, T8th in RBI, 11th in on-base percentage and T12th in walks. The 6'2", 220-pound outfielder was a co-captain for the Bulldogs this season and ranked among the team leaders in several offensive categories: runs, first, 68, doubles, first, 14, home runs, first, 18, on-base percentage, first, .431, slugging, first. A four-year starter, McGovern appeared in 219 over his career with the Bulldogs, tied for 8th most all-time in program history. He is the first Georgia Bulldog to earn SEC Baseball Scholar Athlete of the Year since Gordon Beckham in 2008. McGovern, who is majoring in biology, is an annual member of the SEC Academic Honor Roll and a two-time member of the SEC Community Service Team. Hunter on McGovern: he's a senior sign, but not your true senior cost saver. We did pay him a little bit more than what most seniors get from our organization. He's a kid that didn't have a great year as a junior in his first draft year. But he made some swing adjustments. I believe he went over the Green Monster in the regional this past weekend. Our scouts say he can actually run for big guys, so he's not going to be a guy that has to go over to first base. He'll stay in the outfield and he's a solid 2-average runner. This was a power bat that we felt would be a good addition to the Everett club. He is a little older since he is a senior, but the power and the bat was so intriguing, we figured we'd take a shot. Matt Sanders, INF, Troy University. Bats, R, throws, R height, 5'8", weight, 175, hometown, Madison, Alabama, 10th round, 298th overall. Sanders, 20. Sanders led NCAA Division I players in runs scored with 90, while also ranking T4th in hits. The 5'8", 175-pound infielder was named to the All-Sun Belt second team this season. He's a senior sign and likely going to receive a minimal bonus, which gives the Mariners some cost savings in their bonus pool for other picks. Hunter on Sanders: he's the smallest out of top 10 picks in regards to size. He is a senior. We took him and he's going to be a middle-of-the-field player and he has a speed element. He can play shortstop and our guys say he can play second and third as well. It's more of a utility-type play, but the athleticism and the culture he brings in regards to control the zone, another guy that does a great job at that. He gives us the opportunity for maybe a few surprises on Thursday. He gave us some flexibility with the bonus pool. Mariners picks from day 2 of the draft. Round-by-round results of every pick. 2018 draft round-by-round selections by Ryan Divish on Scribd.